Good afternoon, my lovelies, my fruity tooty bunch. I know I don't come on often and put out any messages. That's because I don't need to. Because anybody that's meant to be in my energy will be guided towards me. Anybody that's meant to be on my path will be led to me. Yeah. But because I've got a good heart and I'm kind and I don't want to see people suffer, I'm gonna put this video on here. As I've already said it loads of times on Facebook, stay the fuck, I've warned people many a time, stay out of my energy. The ancestors aren't happy. That you will get your karma for being false and fake and abusing divine tools and divine gifts that you was not guided to use. Right, so a word to the wise, and the true psychics and mediums out there that are really true, that do really get divine messages, will know what I'm on about here. Yeah, divine didn't ask any of you to get up here and create a channel and put out messages to the collective. And anybody that is doing it really isn't a divine teacher or a wise leader. They're a fake ass wannabe, yeah? And you really need to stop doing what you're doing, because all you're doing is building up your karmic debt. You're making that chain bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and you will be repeating them karmic cycles, and you will be stuck in toxicity and lack and regret and loss. The more you keep trying to tap into my energy to bait me, to make me think that you know what you're talking about, the more debt you're building up, yeah? Because divine never asked anybody to do that, because it's putting conflict and destruction into the world, because what you're speaking ain't even truth, yeah? It's your opinion. If it was clarity, then yeah, fair enough, but you wouldn't even need the cards to speak on it. Yeah? So straight away, that tells me these supposed downloads that you're getting aren't true. They're fake. Yeah? And that you're trying to set people up and cause conflict out there in the world when there really doesn't need to be any. You're causing more problems for other people and families by getting up here and putting tarot card readings out when you haven't been asked to. You haven't been guided to do any of it. Yeah? What it is you got jealous of my path, of my energy. Yeah? I actually get proper downloads from divine. That's why I don't need to get up on here and do tarot card readings for people, because I know I'm not stupid. I wouldn't abuse my gifts like that. So these people that are up here doing tarot card readings, these spiritualists, these wise leaders that are supposedly helping society and humanity move forward and grow, actually aren't. They are causing humanity and society more problems, more destruction, more conflict, more division. You're not uniting anybody. So any occultist, religious leader, spiritualist leader would know this already. Yeah? And it's funny how every time I decide to do something with my life and the way I want to go with it, there it is. As soon as I'm about to do it, there's somebody already doing it, because they've been scrying into my energy without my permission, trying to take my spotlight. I don't need a spotlight to shine. I shine all the time. You know, I'm a star. I don't need fame, fortune, numbers, popularity. Because a real star will shine all the time. They will get the message out. However, they don't need to be doing fake ass videos on YouTube. All you're trying to do is make a profit off of people while destroying their lives. Yeah? A real occultist, a real spiritualist wouldn't be up on YouTube doing videos, because people are guided to them if they needed it, if they need to be guided to them. Yeah? So all these people on YouTube keep doing what they're doing, trying to beat me to the punchline or to the spot. They don't beat me anywhere. You will never have my path. You will never hold my energy. And the more you keep trying to live in my energy and pretend you are a spiritualist, the more karma you are racking up. And that word magic that you're projecting out into society, whether you know you're doing it or not, is going to backfire on you. You have probably had numerous red flags already that you've ignored to quit doing what you're doing. Yeah? But instead, you continue to do what you're doing out of your ego. You're arrogant and you're ignorant. The ancestors aren't giving you messages or downloads. You're pulling cards daily, which the ancestors wouldn't have full stop. Yeah, a real spiritist doesn't need to pull cards daily, because they actually get proper downloads. Yeah, so that's a contradiction right there in itself. You've already contradicted yourself, because every day you're getting on and putting a download on there, pulling out bullshit, because the ancestors and divine wouldn't message you daily like that. So in your attempt to try and destroy me and stop me from doing what it is I'm here to do, you're destroying yourself and your family too. And you are putting yourself into poverty. So carry on doing what it is you're doing. Government, the monarch, the church, the industry. You can try and bait me as much as you like, but at the end of the day, I already know. I know what I know, and I know it's true, and I know it's right, and there ain't nobody gonna stop me from living my life and me being me. So anybody else that tries to access the astro realms in my energy, trying to be me, I hope you are ready to go to spiritual jail. And anybody, any magicians, any sorcerers, any warlocks, any wizards, any wicked doctors, any sorcerers, any African tribes that keep trying to scry into my life to see what I've got going on, to enter my dream state, to enter the astro realms as me, and to find out what I've got going on with my energy. I warn you now, yeah? I ain't stupid. I get the messages. I already know what you're doing. I already caught you in my dreams, yeah? Don't do it again, mate. Because at the end of the day, you ain't ready for the backfire. Yeah, I'm not stupid. You tried to label me. Well, guess what? Your labels are wrong. You don't know me. You know nothing about me or my life. And all you are doing is causing more conflict for yourself and your families. And remember, if karma don't get you, it's going to end up on your family members. Because karma does collect, no matter who it's coming from. If you did that, if you offended the ancestors, karma will get you. And if it can't get you, it's going to get the next one in the bloodline. So just make sure when you're prying into the unknown that you actually know what you're doing and what you're taking on. Because karma will find you. Karma will come a knocking. You might think that you've got away with it for the moment, but oh no, you haven't. That's another page in your life story, yeah? Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is causing people pain and heartache and suffering. And you clearly don't know who you are or what you're here for, because you're clearly trying to be somebody else and do what was meant for somebody else. But that's all right, it don't matter. Carry on doing what you're doing, thinking that you got one over on me. You ain't got fuck all over on me, because you've been trying to pull off my creative energy. You ain't got no creative energy. You're a dried up has-been, yeah? You ain't got no motion. There is no ocean for you, yeah? So stop, because all you're doing is humiliating yourself and giving me every little bit of information I need, yeah? I'm not a nasty person. I never have been. And I forgive anybody. And I actually do forgive you all. But that doesn't mean the universe does. That doesn't mean Mother Earth does. That don't mean Divine does. That doesn't mean all the other astro realms have forgiven you, or the extraterrestrials. I can't control them. So it's not up to me what they do. So if I was you, I would back the fuck up from whatever it is you're trying to achieve with your jealous, envious mindset, and go and work on yourself, yeah? Because if you clearly loved yourself, you wouldn't be trying to do what somebody else does naturally, yeah? I don't need cards. I don't need anything. What I get is straight from the divine, and that can't be represented, yeah? And anybody that is meant to have my messages will be guided towards me. I don't need to get up on YouTube every day giving guidance, because at the end of the day, that's false. All them tarot cards you keep putting up every single day are false projections, causing more conflict and destruction for the world. And all you're doing is highlighting that you are the one doing it, yeah? I was told not to help you again, and I will probably get a big fat slap on the wrist for this, and I will probably lose something in my life now for it. But I care. I actually care about people in society. That's why I'm doing it. You will never be me. Go and learn who you are. Go learn to love yourself. And stop trying to be something that you're not. You haven't stolen anything from me. You haven't taken any opportunities from me. And if you thought you had done that, well, it was part of the divine plan. Divine let you do that. It was a test for divine to test you and your heart. And you have just shown how corrupt you are and how black your heart is. Yeah? So I hope you're ready for the backfire and the karmic debt that you've got, because you're all about to go to spiritual jail. All right? I am not going to say it again. I am not going to make another video about it, and I am not going to warn anybody. I already called judgment, and I I got my justice. And anything that was meant for me will be for me. It cannot be taken from me. And if it passes me by, that's because divine didn't want me doing it. So, you think you're one over on me, motherfuckers? You think you're going to bake me in and piss me off and make me jealous? No, I ain't jealous of you. Why would I be jealous of you? I love myself. I like myself. I like my life. I'm quite happy as I am. I'm satisfied with what I've got. So, really, you ain't doing anything but making yourself look like a class clown. And anybody that you are working with, you are creating a circus act of flying monkeys that really doesn't know what they're doing and aren't aware of the rules. Because if you was, you'd have stopped. You wouldn't continue putting out false messages. You wouldn't do it. You don't need to do it every day. That's what makes me, that's what shows that you ain't no true spiritualist. You ain't getting no true downloads because you do readings every day. No true spiritualist or occultist needs to do readings every day. Okay? So, I would stop doing what you're doing if I was you. Because all these people that are getting in trouble because of your fake ass messages and your jealousy over my path is going to be your downfall. And you will end up in spiritual prison and probably 3D prison too, because I do know about the money that was stolen from me. I just chose to let you have it because you clearly needed it more than me. I am not bothered at the end of the day. I know what was done to me and I forgive it and let it go. I've moved on from it. I don't need to put messages out. I don't need to seek vengeance or revenge because that's not who I am at the end of the day. And just so you know, you will not set me up. You cannot trap me in your bullshit. So continue doing what you're doing, because all you're doing is making more digital proof that you can't let go, that you're the one with the attachment, not me. And everything you keep pulling on is dark. You're the one with the dark entity, you're the one with the dark attachment, and you're the one that can't let it go. You're the resentful one, you're the malicious one, you're the spiteful one, because you're putting out false messages to the collective that really don't need to be out there. So carry on trying to be me, trying to get one up on me, trying to do what I was meant to do, what I'm gonna do. You will never do me better than I can do myself. Okay? So stop pulling on my energy. Stop trying to scry into my life. Stop trying to use word magic over me and the collective. Because at the end of the day, you're digging yourself a really big pit. And I won't be falling into it. But you just might. You thought you'd buried me, but little did you know, I'm Joe. I'm resilient. I keep going. I ain't no quitter. I'm a fucking heavy hitter, and so are my ancestors, yeah? So crack on. Because they're watching every single one of you. Do what you do. Trying to be me. Trying to get my messages. Trying to take what's mine. At the end of the day, what's meant for me will always be for me. So if you've got it now, it's purely not meant for me yet. And you ain't delayed me on my path, because maybe that's the path that I wasn't meant to go on. So at the end of the day, all you've done is cause yourself and all them people that you're attached to problems by not letting it go, by not releasing your jealousy, your envy, your hate, your bitterness. Right? I'm not going to tell you again. This is the only video I'm going to put out on it. And if I was guided to put a message on Facebook or on here, it was because I couldn't get to the person that needed to hear that message. Hence why I don't put them up daily. Because I'd done what Divine needed me to do. Okay? So crack on. Crack on, crack on. You ain't going to get one over me. Alright? No matter how much you try. Alright? So just leave me alone and go and get on with your fake ass life. Because I certainly don't need you in mine or my energy. Understand? I hope you do. Thank you very much. Goodbye, my lovely lot. And any of my fruity tooty bunch that are watching, know that I love you and I appreciate everything you do in the shadows to cheer me on my journey. Thank you very much. But to you fake ass, dark ass motherfuckers that think you're gonna try and use me and abuse me and bully me into doing what you want me to do, you can kiss my fucking ass and my middle finger too. And if you don't like how I speak and what I've got to say, stop fucking watching. Okay? Yeah? Because I'm this gutter mouth bimbo. Okay? This gutter mouth bimbo actually receives proper messages though. So, crack on. Okay? Oh, and just a word to the wise and the monarch and all the religious people that like to keep spreading lies and false illusions and teachings. Honestly, I'm telling you now, stay out of my energy, yeah? you think you're 3D royalty. Well, guess what? I'm cosmic royalty, and I think that's a little bit higher than your fucking 3D phone. Yeah, phone, because that's what it is. It's a 3D phone. It's not a throne. It's all an act, yeah? It's all an act. That's why you have to control it. And nobody has control over me. The only thing that has control over me is my divine creator, yeah? You will never be able to humble me, because I will humble myself before you need to, yeah? So stop trying to make me out to be something I'm not, yeah? I know all the lies and the bullshit projections and illusions that you put out there about me. And it's alright. I forgive you. But that doesn't mean I want to work with you or want you in my life. But I do forgive you. I understand how insecure you are and how much you need to be in control and have the power. But you clearly don't have the power to control me or my choices or my life, okay? And you will never cage me. You will never dim me. I will always shine. Because I'm Joe. Juicy. Jobo. Rainbow. So, back the fuck up out of my energy. Back the fuck up out of my life. Stop scrying in on what I've got going on, because it ain't any of your business. If Divine wanted you to know, it would have brought you on my path. It would have put you in my direction. But it doesn't want you to know. That's why you are not on my path. That's why you have nothing to do with me and will never be on my path, because You're a control freak. And everything you put out there is bullshit. So I suggest you take heed and leave me alone.